You could be listening to Tony Robbins right now or doing whatever else you wanted to do, but I'm grateful that you're looking at this video because personally, on a relationship, I like doing one-on-one conversations. So my purpose is to spark conversation. So that's one of my motivations for doing this video, and to encourage and to throw out a word or a phrase that may help you. I had this incident the other day where I got angry with my family and really did some hurtful things. And it all started because I wanted to be alone. I wanted to walk alone. I wanted to be by myself, and anyway, that was the root of it. Then after I got angry and hurt my kids and hurt my wife with my behavior, I took a walk with God, and I was thinking, my big question was, why? Why did this happen? And it got me to thinking that walking by yourself and not in partnership with God reminds me of the original sin. The original sin, isn't that the Adamic nature or the flesh like we call it? It's not what I'm talking about. If you think back all the way back to the beginning, what's the original sin? Of course, we got the blend of the serpent doing the temptation, saying, did God really say that? And so there's casting doubt. But then there was the one thing that they should have done, which was not eat of that tree. And God's word was simple. Look, you're here as my guest. I provide everything. You can come tend and keep it, but just stay away from that. And then the serpent cast doubt. And then what was the answer? He said, did God really say that? So there was casting doubt. You're not really going to die. So the first thing that makes us escape, makes us fall into temptation, is thinking that there's no consequences. Like, for instance, when I pray for my family, I always pray that God protects us from evil. I had no idea that I would be the portal for my kids to have fear inside our own home, in a place where they're supposed to feel protected, and that I would be the portal for anger and not self-control. And so you think that there's no consequences because honestly, I forgot that I had the flesh. So proud that I walk in the Spirit that I forgot that I still have the flesh. So that's the original sin too. But the original sin of, you're not really going to die. And God knows, the serpent lied, that you will be enlightened. Enlightenment is the first original sin. I want to be equal with God. I want to know what He knows. I want to know the difference between good and evil, which that was a wormhole, right? So being alone, walking alone, is what Adam chose. He chose, don't need you, God. And that's what I did when I decided to choose not walking in the Spirit. And so the phrase I want to throw out there for you to think about is original sin. And I know as a minister, my ministry, my desire, look at my Bible. That's my pride. That's me wanting to know what God knows. And so God is bringing me back to the original sin in the cross of Christ to help crucify my desire to know what God knows and go back to a relationship where I can walk with Him and be in harmony with Him and listen to Him and not try to do everything on my own.